Hey guys, just got a few quick things to mention before the video starts. The first thing I want to say is I've had quite a few requests from people asking me to create a Patreon because they want to help support me. So I finally created one. You'll find the link on the screen now, as well as in the description. So if that's something you're interested in, go check it out. The other thing I want to mention is my Discord server. I regularly post updates about when the next video will be, what my plans for the future are. I post straw polls to try and get you guys involved in the decision making of the series, stuff like that. So if you haven't joined it yet and you're interested, check the description for a link to the Discord. Let's get into the video. Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is SixShadows. This is a base location video on the Ragnarok map. Ragnarok is releasing on console in 3 days, so I made this video to help out all the console guys that have never experienced the map. In this video I focused on easy to defend base locations with only one entrance. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get into base location number 1. Alright guys, jumping straight into it. As usual on my channel, we start with my personal favorite location first. So here we are. If I was playing on Ragnarok on the new servers, I would definitely build here, like no doubt about it, but I don't think that I am. So I'm going to share it with you guys. Location is at 19.4, 65.3. Show you guys the pin on the map. It's a bit hard because it blends in. And I know what you're thinking. Another cave base is going to be just like his old video, full of caves. That's not the case. Now this cave base in particular is very easy to defend, and with the changes to turrets, cave bases became like quite a lot stronger, quite a lot harder to raid, since you obviously can't use turtles anymore. Now the first benefit of this cave is about to happen now. When we walk in, it's pitch black. So yeah, it's pretty much always black. So if you go gamma, like you can gamma 6 and it looks like this, it looks like absolute shit. It's a little brighter. So what I'm going to do, I've placed some tech jennies and some lamps. I'm going to light the place up for you guys just so it's easy for you to see. Alright, so there we go. I've lit the place up with some tech jennies. You'll obviously have to do it with normal jennies at the start of the game. Now the good thing about this cave is that flyers can go inside. So you can just fly your birds straight in here. You won't need a tech transmitter, so it's a great early game base spot. You can pretty much spawn on the beach, run straight in here and drop your foundations to block it off. So second benefit, like second reason it's so good to defend, is this S-shaped bridge. For someone to raid your base, they have to go all the way along this bridge, which is surrounded by lava. They can't jump in the lava because it's pretty deep. You can't actually get out of it if you fall in. No dino is really going to be able to get up that. And if they jump in the lava, they're going to be taking like 2,000 damage a second, which is ridiculous. To be tanking that while you're also tanking turrets, it's just not going to happen. So they're going to have to walk all the way around to your main base, which will be up here. Now this is the main base area. It's very flat. You should have no trouble at all fitting a nice base down here. With only foundations, you won't need pillars. So yeah, that's the main base area. Very flat. But yeah, so after they get off the S-shaped bridge, they also have to walk all the way around the base. So it loops around here to get up to the actual elevated part. They've got to keep walking all the way down here, up this ramp, and then they can actually get to your main base. So it's quite a long walk, even though it doesn't look it, because it's quite a small cave. The thing that will make it even harder for them is plant turrets. You can place crop plots in here, like pretty much wherever you want. There's no restrictions. You're just going to have to pipe water in from the outside. Now that will reveal to people that you live inside this cave, but I really think it'll be worth it. Like having plant turrets on someone that's trying to walk through lava, for example, like they're just going to get destroyed. They'll probably die before they make it out of the lava. So I highly recommend you drop plant turrets pretty much everywhere, like facing the entrance, and irrigate them with pipes coming from outside. Alright, next thing is kind of like floating turret towers. So for example, you just pillar off this little rock here, and then ceiling outwards, and then you can have a turret tower sitting here in the lava. So there's no way for them to blow it up. They're just going to have to soak the turrets. So if you had something like this, for example, just a turret tower kind of hovering over the lava, there's no way someone would be able to blow it up. Like a common way that people raid caves is they get really high move speed with a focal chili and like really strong riot armor, and they try and run up to your thing in C4. But it's obviously not happening. So they're running here. They're not going to run through lava to get to your turret tower. Like it's just not going to happen. They'll melt before they make it there. Alright, so we pretty much covered everything you need to know about inside the cave. Now we're going to go outside. We'll check out resources and other useful things that are close by. First thing is going to be the wyvern scar. I'm going to speed myself up a little bit. So pretty much you go right and you hug the beach, and you'll eventually make it to the bottom of the wyvern scar. Now what's good about this location is that there are actually eggs you can pick up on foot. So you can get a really early wyvern, which I'm sure a lot of people are going to want. You can also farm metal and crystal and stuff here in the bottom part of the scar. As far as I know, no wyverns come down to the bottom part here. So if you go in a little bit, you will see nests that you can grab on foot. For example, this one here, level 180 fire. So if you just climb up here, which you can do. I've tested it. Just climb along this thing and you'll be able to loot the egg on foot. No bird needed at all. So the cave entrance is right here again. So there's heaps more metal just randomly scattered around the volcano. Like there's no big clumps around here. It's all massively spread out. But yeah, no shortage of resources. You got mantises for organic polymer. The volcano is pretty much covered in obsidian. So yeah, it's such a great base location, guys. Even though it does take 6 times damage, I'm sure that a lot of tribes are going to fight over this cave on the start of the new servers. So for all you guys on Xbox that are looking for somewhere nice to build, definitely try and snag this one up early on your servers. And let's get on to location number 2. Alright guys, location number 2, it's a new location. It's in the new expansion that came out like 1 or 2 weeks ago in the south. It's located at 83.5, 25.9, and there it is on the map, way down at the bottom. So yeah, one of the new locations that I said. And you're going to start seeing a trend here. All these locations have one way up and are very easy to defend. So just beyond this gate is the only entrance to this base location. It's another tiny bridge. You have this pillar here, which you could probably chuck another base up on even. It's decently flat, or you could chuck turrets up here, whatever you want. Little ledges to build on. So yeah, you come through the gate, which is the only way up, and cross over this bridge. And you've got this whole area here with that is blocked by this tiny bridge. So just spam as many gates as you can on that bridge, and you're pretty much all set. I'm going to clear out all the trees and rocks and we'll cut back and do a test to see how flat it is. Alright, let's take a step back and clear up all the obstacles. So yeah, this is the area that we're left with after we cleared everything out. It's actually a really nice sized area. You're obviously going to want your main base up here on the elevated rock thing. It's pretty flat, but you're going to have to get a little bit creative because it's not perfectly flat. Alright, so yeah, I ran out of foundations and like I couldn't place a couple here because they were too low. You're going to have to get creative, find like the highest snap point to start the foundations on. I kind of just started them anywhere, but it's still a really good spot up here. I imagine that a big tribe is eventually going to come and they're going to take over this whole island. They're going to have that area there that I showed you. And they're also going to have this mountain up here. So to block this one off, all you need to do is block this little walkway here. And this one right here. So 2 ways up if you wanted to have 2 mountains. So yeah, I imagine this spot is going to be contested by the bigger tribes. So get here fast if that's what you're after, a spot like this. As for resources, like I couldn't believe it. So pretty much you just go down the cliff from where your base is. And there's just metal, like all around the cliff there's metal. Everywhere. Like this is probably the most amount of metal I've ever seen on Ragnarok. It's all just clumped up here. This whole canyon is just filled with metal at the bottom. So yeah, taking this spot you're going to have no shortage of metal. Pearls, like you're right near the ocean, you can make a water base. Give this one a look if you're like a big tribe looking for a lot of land. So yeah, that's location number 2. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, here we are. Base location number 3. 23.4, 48.3. And there it is on the map. God, the brown marker is really hard to see on the brown parts of the map. So we're pretty much on the top of a mountain. It's not too flat, so it's going to take some creativity to build like a decent base up here. It's pretty bumpy. So the reason I chose this one, again, and you're going to start seeing the pattern as I said earlier, is there's only one way up. Easily defendable, which is the reason I chose pretty much all 5 bases today in this video. So to get up, they have to walk up this narrow walkway all the way up here. So yeah, it's a massive area, guys. I wouldn't bother taking this one over unless you're in a really big tribe, because you're gonna have to like foundation off the whole area. Otherwise someone can just fly up here and drop a fob like up here on the edge. This one along with the next base location are both good for big tribes, like really big tribes, because you need to be able to make use of all the area. It is easy to defend, like in regards to the one entrance, but you also need to block fobs. So you need to make use of the whole space. As for resources, you got a water well there. Not that it matters because there's obviously water everywhere. For metal rocks, you pretty much just like go down from the cliff on your base, and then it's the same as the last one. So all along here is metal, like all on the bottom of the mountain. And it actually loops all the way around the base. You've also got access to the giant beaver dams, which are just down here in the water. I'll quickly show you guys now. Base is on top of the mountain. Giant beaver dams are just here at the top of the waterfall. So here's one right now. This is what they look like. If you haven't played Ragnarok, so for all the people who play console, this is what a giant beaver dam looks like. Beaver den is what it's called apparently. And yeah, you get a whole bunch more stuff in here. A whole bunch more wood, obviously. I don't know why I just dropped the wood in single player, like that's kind of weird. But yeah, you got access to beaver dams. Alright, so yeah, this was my pick for location number 3. let's head to location number 4, which you can see over there in the distance, but I'm still going to cut to it to make it look fancy. Alright, here we go guys, location number 4. Now these next 2 locations are probably going to be the most popular, honestly, like the most sought after locations. Located at 18.7, 42.1, and there it is on the map, hard to see again. So this base definitely gets you the most space out of all the base location. I'm sure everyone knows about this, but I had to include it anyway. So it's another one that's super easy to defend. You got one entrance. I wouldn't say super easy actually. It's quite easy to defend if you're a massive tribe. So the only land entrance to the base is this bridge here. So just gate this off, spam gate this off, and then from from just blocking off that bridge, you get this pillar and you get all the area all the way down to the end here. Now, as with the last location, you're only going to want to take this one over if you're a huge tribe that can make use of all the area to stop other people from coming up here and building. As for resources, it's another one of those, just look off the edge of your base and look at that, just filled with metal. Like, look at it all built into the walls here. So as soon as you get your quets up, you're going to be gathering all that metal. Oh my god. I know I said in location number 2 that was the most metal I've ever seen. I was mistaken. So yeah, as I said earlier, this is probably going to be the most popular base spot. Super easy to defend, lots of space, really close to resources. So check this one out if you're like a big tribe looking to establish dominance on the server. You're going to want to fight off everyone else that comes for this spot and try and take it yourselves. Alright, so let's jump on over to the final location of the video. Alright, here we go, the final location of the video. And I'm sure once I turn around and fly up in the air, everyone's going to know this one. Before I do, I'll show you the location. It's 41.7, 28.9. There's the pin on the map for you on the left side there. In my opinion, this is going to be the most contested, and it might just be the best spot on the map in terms of how easy it is to defend. Again, it's one way up. I had 5 bases in this video, and there was one way up to all of them. So the reason it's called spirals is because the one entrance obviously spirals around the main pillar. So all the way down here is where you start your defenses. So you start your defenses probably around here. I'd probably gate this off and then chuck a massive turret tower up here, or a base. And yeah, as I said, spirals all the way around. There's plenty of flat spots on the side here for like expansions. Obviously chuck the main base on top. It's almost perfectly flat. Like, you shouldn't have any trouble at all. Alright, there you go guys. I just spammed some random foundations starting from just the foundation I already laid earlier with the bed on it. And I got that size, all foundations, no ceilings, and you still have all this space over here which is still perfectly flat. Like, you could easily expand the base out this way. So space, like base size, is definitely not going to be an issue here. Alright, so we've established that it's a very good defensive position, very huge flat space on top, but the thing it's lacking is resources. To get metal you have to fly quite a long distance away. Alright, so to get metal, so the base is right there up on the cliff, that's the base location. To get metal you kind of just fly down here. You'll see like quite a bit of metal on top of these rocks. There'll be some on the ground in the trees, and then there'll be some over here in the distance in the trees as well. It's not really a large group like the last location, but it's around here. It's scattered around this forest, like you'll find it. Alright, so that's pretty much the end of the base location video, guys. I wish you all good luck if you're starting on Ragnarok on the new servers on Tuesday. Hope some of these locations will help you. The 2 important things of staying alive in Ark is obviously base location and base design / turret placement, turret setting, stuff like that. So yeah, I hope these locations help you guys survive and make smart decisions about where to live. For the rest of the video, I'm just going to be talking about my channel, like channel updates and announcements. Feel free to end now if you're not interested, otherwise stick around. So the first thing I want to expand on, I mentioned it at the start of the video, is Patreon. I had quite a few people asking me about it in Discord, and I have finally started one. I've got a few rewards down. They're not the greatest. If you guys have any suggestions of like better rewards, which leads me to the second thing I want to discuss, is Discord. If you haven't already, join my Discord server. I post updates regularly about when the videos are coming out, what my plans are. There's a few straw polls in there asking your guys' opinions, just general discussions, memes, all that good stuff. Just get in there, have a good time. And the final thing, when the new servers do release, if you have made it this far into the video, I am going to attempt to do daily uploads. I promise that I will try my best. I might not make it, but the uploads are going to be a lot more frequent than they are now, I promise. But that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful to you guys, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.